Hey, what's going on there, guys? Blinks here, and welcome back to How to Beat Monster Hunter World. So, in today's episode, we are going to be going and fighting Pukie-Pukie, the big old poison parrot fucking thing, whatever the hell he is. So this is going to be another, like, beginner easy monster. Whoops, wrong rank. There we go. Optional. And badabooski. Wrong one. There we go. The Scatternut Shortage. Hunt a Pukie-Pukie. Alright, let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and go to this camp. So, in the last video, I mentioned that there are a couple different things. I forgot to mention a few different things. At the end of the video, the Jagras shotgun I was talking about is the Jagras heavy bowgun. And the Hunter's Notes is found in the, options, not in the options, but it's in the start menu. So, that's where you'll find that. I will be sure to actually show that off this time because I forgot to do that. Let's do that right now. This fight won't take very long. So if we go into here and we go over to info and we go down to Hunter's Notes, now we can also get a list of all of the large monsters. So we got Jagras, Kuliaku, all that jazz. And then if we look at the rewards section, it'll show us like all the rewards, and it'll show us the weak spots too. To level that up, because you will need to level it up, you will just collect tracks and stuff. The game will explain this, but, you know. Important to remember. Alright, we need to head over here and fight Pukie-Pukie. And, yeah, don't be too worried if you guys cannot navigate the ancient forest very well. This place is a fucking maze, so don't worry about it. I've got like 500 hours in this game, and I still get lost in here, so don't worry. So here's Pukie-Pukie. Make sure to bring antidotes when you fight this guy. He does like to poison you. Same deal as before though, just hit him in the face. Now this guy does a big roar, and what that does is that it will stun you. So you gotta be careful with that. He will roar and you'll cover your ears. There are skills to negate roars. But we don't have any of those right now. Woo! So just a little claw-swipe dealio. A little bit of a poison breath. Here comes the tail whip. We're gonna get out of the way of that. And a little bit of a jog forward. A little bit of a tongue whip. We're gonna get I tried to get underneath of it, but I didn't quite make it. So that one's not good. Let's get out of the way of that. If you get at long range, he'll do that a lot. So just kind of like try to stay away from him. Try not to get too far away from him. He likes to run forward a lot. We're going to go ahead and heal. Now, it's important to note, though, that we have these over here as well. These little Vigor Wasps, those will heal you, and they give you a lot of health. And supercharge. There we go. Tail whip again, but I didn't roll, but oh well. Be careful of those pitcher plants. Those these things right here, they will give poison. Oh no. Okay, he's not gonna go this way, thank God. Now I think I was wrong. Just gonna do this real quick. Again, not necessary, but it does help. Now, if we stay by his neck like that, as you can see when he does that tail whip, it kind of just like keeps us, he'll push us and move us. So we actually don't have to roll. Ugh. And that's why you gotta get antidotes. I don't have any on me, but I'm not worried about it, so. Now, those little Vespoids, you gotta be careful of. Those things will paralyze you, and they've been the death of many, many people. Now, one problem with Pukie-Pukie, as you may see, is that his weak zones are not that great. So, that kind of sucks. But there we go, a little bit of a stun. We do the big spin to win move if we slide down a slope. So you'll see a lot of slopes. If we charge and then go down the slope, we'll start to slide and we can do a big spin attack. There's Ajanath. We are not going to be messing with him because he will kill us instantly if we try to, so we're not even going to bother. We're just gonna cruise this way. I went the wrong way. Alright. Now, important to note for future reference, Ashnath has a major fire attack that if he hits you with, it will instantly kill you. Like, again, it's actually very, very strong. Now, obviously now, again, if you have, like, the highest level of armor, it won't bother you too much, but it can be a problem early on because it can do a lot of damage. So, as you can see, Pukie-Pukie like went forward a little bit there. He did like an attack. That's why we jumped off of his head, because we got like a little vignette effect. I should have moved to his head before I did this, but oh well. Boom! There we go. There's like a little like vignette effect that goes on before a monster does an attack, and that is a signal to either move on their body or to brace. Otherwise, they will knock you off. Look at that, perfectly timed. Excellent. He went for a roar there, but we fortunately managed to knock him over. Some monsters you can do that. Like, he's not knocked out right now, but we did knock him over. We're just gonna keep using our super pound since we can get away with it. Oh, and he's gone. I actually don't know what he's doing right now. Eating, I think? I guess he's eating, yeah. Ah, we're bouncing now. Ah, crap. Alright. Woo! Big poison. He's in rage mode right now. We can also tell he's in rage mode if we look at the compass in the bottom right, the bottom left there, because his icon is red. Alright, we should be safe here for a second. There we go. Get out of that poison before it procs. Excellent. Jaggers came in to throw hands. We're gonna break this dude's leg. At least attempt to. Roll out of the way. Okay, he's just gonna do another little roar there. We haven't gotten hit by the roar yet, which is good. They will also drop shinies when you break parts. Grab those for extra materials. Or when you like knock them over or something, monsters will drop little shinies. Those can be rare drops on occasion, so that's very good to grab those whenever you see them. Grab this. So as you can see, he's tired now, which is great for us. Monsters that have a breath attack or like have a spit attack generally lose that ability when they're tired. So keep that in mind. He's gonna do that twice, though. Mama didn't raise no fool. Ah! Okay, raised a little bit of a fool, but generally pretty good. Now, also important to remember when they do this, we could use the clutch claw. Again, I said I wouldn't be using this much. Probably, definitely won't be, but it's a fun little tool. I was like really confident he would hit this and then get stunned off of it, but I was wrong. Ah. Uh-oh. And there's the KO. Ah, you little Jaggers bastards. Fuck off. Nobody asked you a damn thing. Anyway, the name of the game of Pukie-Pukie is do not let him poison you too much, because that stuff, while the poison is not especially deadly by itself, what is deadly is the damage over time effect. And he's trapped himself on the vines, which is fantastic for us. We can stab him in the face now. Is the damage over time effect, because if you get hit and you get down to low HP and you're poisoned, it will just kill you. Pushki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 21. And away we go. Ugh. This is Pukie-Pukie. Again, very easy. We're still using the level 1 hammer and the level 1 bone armor, so we haven't leveled anything up yet. Alright, where's he going? So now he's going to go all the way to the top. Actually, he might not be going all the way to the top. He's going over this way, back where we first found him. If I can remember how to get out of here. Again, this place is amazing. Even by looking at like the map down in the bottom left there, it still is kind of tricky to navigate. Most of the other maps aren't too bad though. It's just the ancient forest is just a labyrinth. It's absolutely nuts. Let's go ahead and pop one of these potions. Grab some blue shrooms while we're going. We'll need this for other healing items later. Oh, we need to sharpen too. Now I've opened the quick wheel by pressing LB. You don't need to use the quick and then using your right stick to navigate it. You can customize it. So the quick radial thing you can actually customize yourself and put whatever stuff you want on there to be on there. You can also set a quick crafting thing from there as well. So if you've ever seen any videos of people using bow guns at a high level, they'll constantly be recrafting ammo using the wheel. Which is what most people generally use it for. I was kind of like in the ground there. That tends to happen. There's a bit of a, again, there's weird little problems like that, but it's not a big deal. Crap. Got the head bash. I missed that roll. Now it's important to remember though that like if I do an attack and try to roll backwards, we can do that, which is great. Because you will have to use that quite a bit. Uh-oh. Yeah, I wasn't quite forward enough because this ground is weird. I'll go ahead and heal again just for safety purposes, because again, he's got poison and it's a mess. Now, we should have waited till the Pukie-Pukie went to sleep. When a monster is asleep and you hit them, you do double damage. Now, also to note, when you do hit them, they will immediately wake up, so you only get one shot. Which is why you'll see people use bombs, because bombs do a lot of really just heavy damage, and he's dead. Look at that. Look at that. Big old, like, parrot, I don't know, owl, lizard. Ugh. Yeah, anyway, whatever this thing is. So that was Pukie-Pukie. Pretty straightforward fight, just avoid getting at long range from him. In front of him because he'll use his tail whip, or his tongue attack, I should say. Stay like right up against his shoulder here, and you'll have very few problems. You'll be immune to the tail whip. His tackle is all you got to worry about. And just be mindful of the poison. Bring antidotes. Huge part of the game right there. Make sure to come prepared. You can never be over prepared for something. That's always a good rule of thumb. Never can be over prepared. So, you know, bring antidotes if that's a problem. Again, I don't have my cat with me either, so you'll have your cat to help you as well. I don't have him with me because he's got, like, high level crap on, and I don't really need him for this, so I decided not to bring him. And there we go. There's Pukie-Pukie. There's all of his stuff. We're going to take that real quick. And there we go. So pretty straightforward fight, not much to worry about really. The monsters after Pukie-Pukie are when things start to get a little bit more tricky, so that's when things get a little bit harder. Let me think here. In general, not much to be said about him, just very standard, straightforward fight. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to cover? Let's look at the notes, shall we? Let's see here. Yeah, not much else to say. I would say that the only thing I can say is just about weapons in general, and that is raw damage is generally what you want to aim for. So, a lot of people might get overwhelmed by the fact that there's like, you've got like elemental damage and status effects and crap. So I'll cover that real quick. Status effects are just like you saw there with Pukie-Pukie, just poison, paralysis, stuff like that. I don't recommend those for solo play generally because they don't really add any extra damage, and especially poison, doesn't really help much at all. And the weapons that generally have those status effects generally have lower base damage as a compensation. So I don't recommend status effects. I recommend just worry about raw damage and your sharpness. Sharpness is very important. Something may have high raw damage, but if it has very low sharpness, like yellow or whatever, don't bother with it. You want to have green sharpness because that will let you do like max damage. Not max damage, but again, it makes it so that you don't bounce, and it does increase your raw damage. So as your sharpness decreases, your raw damage actually does go down. So keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, I've been Blinks. That was Pukie-Pukie. I think in the next episode, we'll probably go fight Geratotus. So that'll be fun. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.